זו הפרשה ויחי ליום שני. שכבתי עם אבותיי וגומר, ויהודה פתח ואמר, החרשים שמעו והעיוורים הביטו לראות, חרשים שמעו אילן בננה שדילה אסייתי נמלו לאורייתא החרשים. And I have lie down with my fathers. In other words, when somebody passes to the other world. Rabbi Yehuda says, the deaf will hear and the blind will start to see. He says, what is the deaf? He says, these are the ones that do not listen to the Divrei Torah. That they do not open their ears to hear the mitzvot of their Lord. And he says, and this the blind, this is the one that do not want to see, and to see what is around them, to understand Hashem. And every day there's a voice that comes and says and announces, says, "Oi!" to this man. He says that do not do the will of Hashem, but they said nobody listens to this voice. Netanya inun yomin de barnash kadil bare behu yomad benafak le'alma kulehu kayamin beki yomehu ve'azin ve'tasin be'alma nachtin le'azara le'barnash kol yoma ve'yoma melechodoi. He says, we have learned that the days of a man, he says, from the day that he was created, he says, and from the day that he came out, he says, all these days, they exist, they have a certain existence, and they go and they are present, and they come down and they testify, each one on his day, about this man. And they ask him, when this particular day comes, he tried to make man do good things for this day. And when this day comes to warn him, and the man does during this day sins. This day when goes up, and he goes up and he's ashamed, and he testifies about this man, and is not allowed to go in, he has to stay outside. What does that mean, to go in? He cannot associate himself with all the other days. And he says, and he stays outside and by himself this day until this man does teshuvah. He says, if this man is married and does teshuvah, then this day goes back to where he's supposed to be. But if he does not do teshuvah, he says, then this day comes back down and stays outside where? Outside of the house of this man. Because we know that outside there's negative forces that do not come in because of the mezuzah. So this day stays outside. He says that he can also go inside the house. And he will live with this man in this house, and he takes his form and his image, so he looks like him, and he's there to harm him. And there are also days that are good days, and that also live with this man, but to do him good, because he did teshuvah. And if he does not have these good days also, then he only has bad days that live with him. So we understand by bad days is time. Time has a certain existence, and it's a force, a power. בין כך ובין כך, הפיקן עינון יומין וחסין ולעין במניין דעינון דשתערו. ואיlahu barnash דגרר יומו קווי מלכה קדישה. ולהשביק לאלה יומין לתתרה בהו והוא עלמה. תקרבה בהדהו קווי מלכה קדישה. Says, and then one man dies, and he did not do teshuvah. And then he says, these days are counted. When his days are counted, he says, those ones are missing. Okay, the one that he did bad things do not come in account of all his days. He says, Oi, to this man that his days are diminished in front of Hashem, and he did not leave enough days above to be crowned by them, and to be able to come and present himself to Hashem. כרכיריבו אינו יומין קמא מלכה קדישה, יהיו זכאין הברנש להפיק בעלמא הסדיק באינון יומין, ואינון לבושי יקר מתלבשה בנשמתי, אינון יומין עבוד זכה בהו ולאחר בהו. Come and see. When these days come and present themselves in front of Hashem, he says, when this man is going to die, and these days come up, he says, if this man was a tzaddik, and when he goes out and goes inside this dimension of time, of days which are good days, he says, what do? These days dress and clothe him, and then clothe his neshama. So those days are the days that did not sin. דחביענו לבשלה ביומו, אינון יומין דפגים בהו וחובו חסין מההו לבושה, והתלבש במינה חסרה. Revive, to this man that has diminished his days above, and then when he has to be dressed, his neshama has to be dressed, they are not there. They are missing because they have been damaged. And so even if he has a few days to be dressed with, but it's missing, it's not complete. כל שכן ישגין אינון ולהילה לברנש במה להתלבשה והוא על מה? לנפשי כדן ואי לנפשי דיידין בגיהינם על אינון יומין על יומין על חד תרן דחה נפיק מהעלמה, לשגר יומין להשקלה בהו ולהבלה לבושה במה דכסה. He says, to this man, that if he had a lot of bad days, he has nothing there to dress his soul when he goes up. They judge him in the Gehinam about those days, and he's judged for each one of these days that is a day that is missing, and it's a double. He's punished 2 times. He says, beside what he's punished for what he did wrong on that day, he's also punished because this day now is missing to dress his neshama when he goes up. So when he goes out of this world, then he has nothing to be dressed and to be covered to go up. Happy is the lot of the tzaddikim, that all their days are there and present themselves in front of Hashem. And not only they clothe him, but it's a beautiful garment that they have on their neshama.